So we need to do some special meetings. We're going to start off with Health and Human.
All right, I'd like to bring the Special Health and Human Services meeting to order, June 11th, 7:02 p.m. I'd like to recognize our Director of OFA is also here for any questions, Nina Benvenuto, and our erstwhile COPAIC Supervisor, Jeannie Metler, joining us. Thank you. I have one resolution to number 217 of 2025 authorization for the Office of the Aging to award the bid for a walk-in freezer.
Move it.
Second. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Next is Public Works. Ron Rogers.
Yes, I'd like to call the Special Public Works to order. We have resolution 215, which is authorization for the chairman of the board of supervisors to award and execute a contract with Upstate Summit. Motion, is a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Oh, wait.
We had a second.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't turn the page correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the other. So 216 is authorization for the chairman to execute a supplemental agreement, consultant agreement with Hartman Logistics.
Move it.
Motion?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, no, you don't.
17,
That's for finance.
Yeah, I'll take a motion to adjourn, I think.
Nope, nobody wants
We
to.
have a motion to adjourn public works.
Yes.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next would be Finance Committee.
Can I interrupt?
Like to call the special finance meeting.
There it is. Oh, but you do have to.
Reader.
You sound like Darth Vader.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Finance.
All right.
Wait, someone told me.
Finance meeting in order. Hey, guys.
Sorry.
You go. So resolution number 215-2025.
Move it. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 216-2025.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And resolution number 217-2025.
Move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Call the full board meeting to order. Please rise for silent prayer, followed by the salute to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag.
United States of America, and to the republic for which stands
One nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to request the clerk call the roll.
MacArthur. Weigel.
Here.
Holmes.
Here.
Simmons.
Here.
Staggs. Adams. Here. Wolf.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Riley.
Amtrak was on time, so I'm here finally.
Eldridge.
I'm here.
Helsley.
Here.
Borchek.
Here.
Livonia.
Here.
Martin.
Present.
Mia.
Present.
Janutus.
Here.
Musman. Here. Scalera. Guzzi.
Here.
Holtling. Here. Morel.
Here.
Not.
Present.
Skoda.
We have 180.2 present, 19.8 absent. We have a quorum.
Thank you. I need a motion to pay the bills, accept the treasurer's report, and file the minutes within the clerk's office.
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. I'd like to have supervisors Musman and Dvorak come up for the moment, for the purpose of reading a proclamation.
All right. Careers are here.
Oh, go.
No more comic relief.
I might not have to read her.
Yeah, you got it.
It's good.
Sounds very impressive.
All right, a proclamation here. We appreciate this, of course, in honor of the LGBTQIA+ Pride Month, June 25th, June 2025, in Columbia County, New York. Whereas every June, communities around the world celebrate Pride Month in honor of the IA+ community's history, achievements, and continued fight for equality. And
whereas Pride Month commemorates the Stonewall Uprising of June 1969, a pivotal moment in the movement for the LGBTQIA+ rights in the United States and globally, and
whereas LGBTQ, I'm sorry, I was saying QU. Ever Q becomes a U. IA+ individuals of all ages, races, faiths, and backgrounds continue to face discrimination, violence, and unequal treatment under the law and in society. And
whereas we recognize the resilience, strength, and courage of the LGBTQIA+ community, and we affirm that love is love, and every person deserves dignity, respect, and equal protection under the law. And
whereas the celebration of Pride Month is an opportunity to uplift LGBTQIA+ voices, promote inclusivity, educate against prejudice, and honor the diverse contributions of LGBTQIA+ people to our community and beyond.
now, therefore it be it resolved that Matt B. Morrell, Chairman of the Columbia County Board of Supervisors, do hereby proclaim June 2025 as Pride Month in Columbia County and encourage all residents to join in celebrating the diversity and contributions of the LGBTQIA+ community and to work together towards a future of equality, justice, and pride for all.
Coming in and supporting this. Pride Month.
That's what-
Yes, she's your partner. Thank you,
Supervisor
Matt
Court
Monroe,
said
and all of
James
our
Jones could be
supervisors
done.
for supporting. Thank you.
I'd like to have Supervisor Wolf come up for the purpose of an introduction.
It is my great honor to read resolution number 21425, which will be taken up soon. A resolution to support the nomination and adoption of the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad, New York Scenic Byway and Corridor Management Plan. Upon recommendation of the County Government Committee at a meeting held on the 21st day of May 2025, and of the Finance Committee at a meeting held on the 28th day of May 2025, whereas the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad, New York Scenic Byway, and its surrounding areas possess significant historic, cultural, and scenic values, long recognized and honored by New York State residents and visitors, including historians, artists, authors, and tourists. And whereas this byway uniquely commemorates the life and legacy of Harriet Tubman and the journeys of countless freedom seekers who traveled the Underground Railroad, helping to tell the powerful story of the struggle for freedom through the preservation and interpretation of historic sites along their path. And whereas a steering committee representing 22 municipalities along the proposed 544-mile route has worked collaboratively to develop a corridor management plan aimed at protecting and promoting the historical, scenic, recreational, and economic assets of the region. And whereas each of the 22 counties actively contributed to the planning process by encouraging public engagement, establishing a shared vision and goals, and hosting local meetings to inform and guide the effort. And whereas the steering committee, including Harriet Tubman descendants of freedom seekers, historians, and representatives from state and federal agencies, has ensured that the corridor management plan reflects historical integrity, inclusive representation, and community values. And whereas the process of creating the corridor management plan has strengthened regional collaboration with the anticipated long-term benefits such as enhanced stewardship, improved visitor experiences, and access to funding and partnership opportunities that support the preservation and promotion of the byway's intrinsic qualities. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County of Columbia supports the official designation of the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad New York Scenic Byway, including the adoption of its corridor management plan, and commits to the preservation and enhancement of this historically significant route. And be it further resolved that the County of Columbia affirms that it will not approve any new off-premise outdoor advertising signage along the designated byway route in order to preserve its scenic and historic character. And be it further resolved that this action is revenue neutral and no net county support is required in the current Columbia County budget. And be it further resolved that certified copies of this resolution be forwarded to the Columbia County Attorney, Columbia County Treasurer, and posted to the Board of Supervisors website. Thank you. Can I just, the folks who are here, okay. First, Victoria Gibson Flood, is the Columbia County. There she is, the Columbia County Steering Committee member of the, Underground Railroad,
Consortium.
right.
Consortium.
That's the word I was looking for. Consortium of New York State. And as well, both Edgar Masters and Gene Metler, who you all know, they are, believe it or not, members of the New York State Park Commission, right? That's a kind region, and have been instrumental in bringing all this together with these Gibson Blood. So thank you all for being here, and we'd like to take a picture at some point.
Thank you, Supervisor. This resolution, we'll vote on it. We can go through the other resolutions when we get there. So with that, I'd like to request the clerk read the resolutions.
Resolution 179 of 2025 to 198 of 2025 by
Mr. Chairman, I'll offer these resolutions for adoption.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 199 of 2025 to 217 of 2025 by Supervisor Wolf.
Mr. Chairman, I offer these resolutions for adoption.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do any supervisors have any business to bring to the board? Supervisor Simmons.
I'd just like to thank Columbia County and on behalf of Kent Chatham, our bus functioned on Tuesday morning. Everything went good. Supervisor committees, big thanks to you. Couldn't have done it without you. And all the support that we got around this. I think it's going to be a good pilot program, and hopefully it expands further east, northeast. So,
Working on it.
Or southwest.
Sure, yeah, I can just add to thank our Assembly member, Judy Barrett, and our senators, Michelle Gitschke, were really instrumental in the state funding and separate. So, really appreciate that. And a team effort from the Board of Supervisors and our staff.
I would also like to thank Assembly Member Barrett and State Senator Hinchey. I'm sure Supervisor Wolf jointly also, as well as Governor Hochul, for obtaining the funding for the rail trail to be a continuous trail from Wasaic, which is the endpoint of Metro North, all the way to Hillsdale and soon to go to Chatham. That's the ultimate goal, but that is a truly historic change for our region. I biked the trail after about 10 years. Millerton used to be kind of very sleepy. Now every weekend it's filled with hundreds of bikers and walkers, cafes filled. So I just want to thank everyone, including Edgar Masters and Jeannie Metler, who also worked on this initiative. We're hoping to get this done fast, and so stay tuned. But thank you to all.
Any other supervisors? Supervisor,
I would just like to support Supervisor Simmons and say we had a great bus ride on Tuesday with, also with again, town board member Dan Barapaldi, if I pronounced that correctly.
Yep.
And, I really hope we can get the ridership out there and move this along. And I also want to thank, John Howe, Village of Chatham Mayor, for all his work and outreach and getting those stops set up. So it was a great collaborative effort, but really Supervisor Keating did an incredible job with the logistics on that. We're very grateful.
anyone else? Okay, thank you. I have a board appointment. I'm gonna appoint the Reverend Kim Singletary to the Housing Task Force. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
By the way, before we do that, the parade, Flag Day Parade is, this Saturday. You know, we do have a few golf carts for anybody that wants to ride in the parade, so you're welcome to attend.
And the Pride Parade on the
Following
21st.
Barrett.
Following 2 Saturdays in a row, flags and pride. American flags and rainbow flags.
So we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.